Are you one among the millions of Americans struggling to save money and achieve financial stability? You're not alone. In fact, a recent survey by Bankrate found that 56% of Americans have no savings at all. Join us as we explore the reasons behind this financial crisis and discuss the implications and challenges of this alarming situation. Many Americans are struggling financially due to the high and increasing cost of living, which makes it difficult to save money and meet basic needs. Inflation has major factors contributing to the high cost of living. In recent years, inflation has been a significant problem, reaching its highest level since the early 1980s into 2023 and 2024. This has resulted in many Americans being unable to afford daily expenses and cutting back on savings. Debt is another significant factor contributing to the high cost of living. Americans have accumulated more and more debt in recent years, making it difficult for them to save money and build wealth. According to the survey, 90% of Americans say that financial considerations have an impact on their stress levels, and 70% says that paying off debt is a top financial priority. In America, low and unequal income is causing financial instability for many people. Income is affected by various factors such as education, skills, experience, occupations, industries, locations, and gender. But inequality is one of the most significant factors. Inequality has increased to unprecedented levels, creating a wide and growing gap between the rich and the poor. This has made it difficult for many Americans to improve their economic situation and has created a sense of unfairness and frustration. Stagnation, which is the lack of growth or change in the level or quality of income over time, is another factor contributing to low and unequal income. Many Americans have experienced little or no increase in their real income, which has made it difficult for them to keep up with the rising cost of living and has reduced their motivation and optimism for the future. Consumer culture is a major reason why many Americans are struggling financially. It promotes the idea that people should spend more money and value materials possession above all else. This can lead to materialistic mindset, where people prioritize acquiring materials goods over things like happiness and relationships. Studies have shown that materialism is associated with lower well-being, higher stress levels, and less pro-social behavior. Additionally, consumer culture can make people susceptible to social pressure, causing them to conform to the spending habits of others. This can make it difficult to save money and live within one's means. Despite the fact that many Americans have a budget, few actually follow it strictly. Impulse purchases are also a common problem, with almost half of Americans admitting to making them and one-fifth regretting them. How does a lack of education and awareness affect Americans' financial decisions and behaviors? Many Americans struggle with financial literacy, which refers to their ability to understand and apply financial concepts and principles. This lack of knowledge and skills in managing money and planning for the future is due to the various factors, including inequality in access to financial education and resources. Financial literacy is a major problem in the United States, with low and inconsistent scores compared to other countries, according to the Standard & Poor's Global Financial Literacy Survey. The survey highlights a significant financial literacy gap, with a difference between the highest and lowest income groups. This gap has made it difficult for many Americans to make informed financial decisions, leading to a need for professional advice and support. How did COVID-19 and its aftermath impact Americans' health and wealth? The COVID-19 pandemic has had an unprecedented and devastating effect on Americans, disrupting both their health and wealth. The pandemic began in China in late 2019 and spread rapidly across the world, affecting millions of people and countries. As of January 2024, the US has had the highest number of confirmed cases and deaths from COVID-19, accounting for about 20% of the global's total. The pandemic also caused the US to enter a deep recession in 2020, with a contraction of 3.5% in the GDP, the worst since 1946. The pandemic has made it difficult for many Americans to cope with the financial and emotional stress and uncertainty it has created. A survey by Kaiser Family Foundation found that half of Americans have experienced a negative impact on their mental health due to the pandemic, and many have had difficulty paying for basic expenses or lost incomes or employment. How are policies and programs helping or hurting Americans' financial situation? The mixed and inconsistent response of the government has been contributing to the financial struggles of Americans. The government's response, which includes policies and programs such as the stimulus check, unemployment benefits, and healthcare subsidies, has provided relief and support for some but also created challenges for others. The federal government spent about $5.9 trillion on pandemic-related relief and recovery programs, which helped boost the income and spending household and businesses but also contributed to rising inflation and debt. The government response has been uneven and inconsistent across different levels and branches of governments, causing confusion and frustration among Americans. A survey by the Pew Research Center revealed that many Americans believe that both federal and state governments have done a poor job of handling the public health and economic aspects of the pandemic, and that the political system needs major changes. Many Americans struggle financially due to the lack of personal responsibility when it comes to managing their finances. Personal responsibility involves taking charge of one's own financial decisions and being accountable for their consequences. Despite 85% of Americans claiming to be in control of their financial destiny, a significant number of people still live paycheck to paycheck and lack a financial plan. However, personal responsibility has enabled many Americans to make positive changes to their financial habits, resulting in increased optimism about their financial future. How are tips and strategies helping Americans save more money and achieve financial security? Americans are struggling with their finances due to the lack of knowledge or ignorance for the best practice. These practices refer to the tips and strategies offered by experts to improve financial knowledge and skills. They include areas such as budgeting, saving, investing, borrowing, and risk management. These best practices have been beneficial for Americans, with 67% of them seeking financial advice or education and 77% taking action based on the advice received. Additionally, 71% of Americans have a financial role model, and 69% have a financial mentor. These practices have made it easier for Americans to save money and achieve financial security, as 52% having a saved goal, 44% have achieved or are on track to achieve their saving goals, 51% have an emergency fund, and 41% have enough savings to cover 6 months of expenses. The market for counterfeit goods is on the rise and is constantly adapting to the changing market condition and the evolving preferences of consumers. However, there are a few trends that can be favorable for Americans' financial well-being. One of them is technology, which is playing a crucial role in enhancing and transforming the financial situations of Americans. With various tools and platforms available, such as online banking, mobile payment, robo-advisors, peer-to-peer lending, crowdfunding, or cryptocurrency, technology is offering several benefits for Americans, including convenience, security, transparency, and empowerment. Another trend that is beneficial for Americans is education. Education is proving to be a vital tool in expanding the financial literacy of Americans, as it offers various resources and programs that can help them learn and apply financial concepts and principles. These resources can be in the form of books, podcasts, blogs, videos, courses, workshops, or webinars. By providing knowledge, skills, confidence, and behavior, education ensures that Americans make informed financial decisions. Lastly, the community plays a significant role in supporting and inspiring Americans' financial situation. Community network and groups offers a platform for sharing and receiving financial advice and education. These networks can be in the form of family, friends, colleagues, mentors, role models, online forums, social media, or clubs. By providing feedback, motivation, accountability, and recognition, community support can help Americans to achieve their financial goals. Financial security is one of the most important goals for many Americans, but it seems to be an elusive one for most. According to a recent survey by Bankrate, nearly 90% of Americans have less than $500 in their savings accounts, and 56% have no savings at all. This means that most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and are vulnerable to any unexpected expenses or emergencies that may arise. And that's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed watching it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified on our future videos. We have more amazing videos coming up, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.